should count how many cars are. Bag it. An old steam train going back.
Yeah, but the open air or open You can be first, second, or third car behind you. Where you're standing is pretty much perfect place. Good play. Your first three sets open. Yeah, pretty much right where you are.
We're going on the choo-choo, Jackson.
Look at the choo-choo train. Look at the choo-choo train. Look at the train. Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's our choo-choo train. Want to go for a ride? Let's go for a ride on the train, huh? Let's go for a ride on the train.
On the whistle, that's your spout is spout. We'll get you there it is. All aboard. Needs to be exact. Looks like we are expecting a full train here this morning. If you have anything with you, like a backpack, a handbag, or a purse, any kind of personal belongings, please tuck that underneath your seat. Make room for more passengers trying to board that way. Also keep your conductor from tripping over things as he makes his way back and forth about the train. If you're still holding a train ticket here and you haven't yet found ready for a great ride to the top of that hill today?
Yeah!
All right. Hey, look at that. The wheels are rolling. Look at the nice smiling faces here around the depot station. Wish them a nice wave goodbye. They're sure stuck here at the bottom for now. Well, not us. We'll be climbing to the top of that hill. Almost 900 feet through an old growth redwood forest. Engine number 1 taking us to the top, and that'd be our first locomotive acquired here way back in the grand year of 1963. Our founder, Norman Clark, rescued her from Dixiana, Virginia. She did a whole bunch of logging out that neck of the woods, taking chopped down trees from the tops of hills back down to the bottom to the sawmills. There's quite the opposite out here nowadays, taking you all up to see an old growth redwood forest that's never been logged. That's Dixiana Shea up front. You just heard her beautiful singing voice. She's going to sing the whole way up and down the hill here. Any crossing, tight curve or bridge, anything like that, she's going to ring those bells and blow that whistle. Let anyone know who may be in the way. Here comes a 100-ton steam locomotive. Better get off of that track. You can see pulling into that thick redwood canopy now, looking at lots of beautiful sequoia sempervirens. That'd be the coastal redwood. It's the tallest type of tree on the planet, and it's your California state tree. These mighty pieces of lumber have a max life of about 2,200 years. Rarely do they grow that old out here. They just get so tall and so heavy they want to come tumbling down before then. Rare occurrence for them to make it that long. What you're looking at now, young ladies in the forest here, mostly 6, 7, 8, 900,000-year-old redwood trees or so. Well, we'll continue onward. Right up ahead there's a sign called Big Trees, and hence the name. Got some 15 and 1600-year-olds right around there. Well, we'll continue up the hill, and before you know it, you'll be seeing some 1800-year-old redwoods. You just may even see a 2,000-year-old out here today if you're lucky. But you've got to keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's a rare occurrence. They usually just don't make it that long. That's 42 feet off the ground. Also right next to us, halfway around, that big piece of lumber you're looking at there, the one who's a little old and gray. That's her. Well, that's because she's been standing tall over 1,800 years. Reached heights of over 300 feet off the ground. Now remember, we're 42 feet right next to her here on the bridge. So take that little chunk you don't see down below, add it to everything else you do see up top, giving you an idea just how tall these trees grow. She plays her cards right, she'll survive another 400 years or so. And should reach heights of around 350 feet.
The shade too. See the gears on there?
What's that?
This is the shade too. See the pistons?
Yeah.
An HO scale Shay locomotive.
That'd be cool. That's the Shay right there, Jason?
Yeah.
So it's got the vertical piston?
Yeah.
Probably a logging train, right?
Yep.
We'll take a moment, listen up front to the power of old Dixiana. She is working hard and chugging away. We're not moving so fast though. We left that little 2 to 3% grade we were just on. That's behind us now. That's what most railways like to stick to. They just don't like the struggle of coming up steep, slippery rails, hauling all this weight up a hill. Locomotive up front, 6 cars behind her and passengers all on board. That's over 100 tons altogether here. We go for that struggle out of rowing camp, moving on to our steep 8.5% grade now. So every 100 feet we go forward, we're climbing up 8.5. And you may feel some slippage from time to time. Yeah, these wheels slipping back down the slippery rails here. Well, no need to be alarmed. Engineer, he feels that slippage. He's got a very useful tool up front to correct that matter with. That's the sander. Special knob, he can push it forward or bring it back, putting sand in front of that locomotive or behind it here for the cars to pick up and put to use. Well, once the sand hits the tracks, that puts friction in between the wheels and the rails, giving us our traction back. Kiss that slippage goodbye. We continue rolling ever so smooth on our way up to the top, up to Bear Mountain.
That's cool. I love that thing. That's cool. Yeah, we should get an HO of that shit. Yeah. Look at the baby. Oh, this is pretty. Hope that tree doesn't fall on us. Yeah, I got it. train in Dollywood isn't in that book because the Dollywood train is a coal-powered steam train.
It's not in there, you sure?
Actually, I'm not so sure.
I'll have to look. I never actually checked that very carefully.
Well, here we are, chugging right up into Spring Canyon. Just up ahead, slightly off to the left side, right up by engine number 1, you'll see the sign for it up there. Once you do notice that sign, look down beyond it and all around it. See that old set of tracks right there? We continue off that way under our corkscrew trestle, spiraling up this hill at 5.5% grade. Well, we lost that beautiful bridge back in 1976 to a big 3-day fire. Burnt it down to the ground. Well, take a look behind the sign now. See all those redwoods? They're all charred up. They were on fire for 3 days as well, but didn't really stop them. They're doing just fine, still standing tall. They got tannin in their bark, gives them that beautiful reddish tint that you see. And it does a few other things from that as well. Protects them from termites, other pests, forest fungus, and it gives it a real strong fireproof shell. You just can't burn a redwood down. Well, you can, it just isn't easy. In fact, this tree's only real threat for survival today is man's desire to chop them down. We thought this bit of track was just a bit too steep in the beginning. We couldn't quite make it up here. Oh, Dixiana, she stalled out, had to coast it on back down to the bottom. Build that steam pressure back up and try it again. That turned into a long, hard day for that train crew. Numerous attempts up and down this steep hill here, still not
burning oil.
Stalling out, coasting back on down to the bottom. Back to the drawing board down there. Well, finally, just before the engineer called it quits, he gave it one last shot, had his controls just right, and he cruised up to the top here, much slower than we are now. He just barely made it. Well, once he did make it up, he shouted, "Hallelujah!" Here we are, pulling right on into Hallelujah Junction. What a great name.
Is he gonna go that way or is he gonna go that way? I think he's gonna switch over into that.